It might be the winter time, however, you can still get great vegetables and produce and fruit and all that good stuff locally. Here to tell us all about it, we have Claire and Belle. Rita, now you're from CISA, and you represent one of the local farmers markets.
Yes.
Now, which market do you represent?
Farmers Market at Forest Park in Springfield.
Take us through that, because a lot of people, they know about the summertime farmers markets, but the winter markets, I think, are a little under the radar. What are those like?
Well, they're relatively new, particularly here in New England. But a lot of farmers are now doing some farming hoop houses, I think they call them, you know. And they're either not heated or barely heated, so they can grow things like spinach, for example, and salad greens and so forth.
And there's also those vegetables that people know and love, those winter root vegetables.
Exactly,
that are always
and Claire has brought a basket, so you've got purple cabbage and carrots and parsnips and so forth, things, and turnips I see, and things that are winter keepers. And in years past, people used to have root cellars. So these things would be in the root cellars, which were always cool, and then they could gather what they needed, and it was still good.
Now, Belle, Rita, though, moreover, it's not just fruits and vegetables, and that's a misnomer, too, I think a lot of people get. There's great products, too, and it's more than just food.
Oh, well, it's more than just food, but we do emphasize the food because it's an agricultural market primarily. So although we do have some crafters that come, I never have more than 2 in any 1 week. And they're locally made things that people do make what it is that they're selling. So it isn't anything that somebody is representing from afar.
And it is more than just produce, even within the food category. We've got lots of local meat and cheese and eggs, and there are people that are doing value-added products like homemade sauces, and there's wine, and there's maple syrup and honey.
There's wine there, which is neat, but we're also, you know, this month and next, we're doing some really cool stuff. It's the winter fairs. It's like a farmers market plus. So there's 4 of them coming up, is that right? What can people expect at all those fairs?
So CISA, which is a nonprofit based in South Deerfield, we partner with the existing winter markets, like Belle Rita's Market, and the markets in Northampton, Amherst, and Greenfield. And we do these special winter fair days where people can come and go to a workshop or taste some food that we're preparing for them, or we do a food swap. We're working to get some kids activities, so there's a lot of other kind of fun and educational components that we bring to the markets, which happen all winter, and you know, you can find the full array of farm products that are there every time.
So if people haven't stopped in yet, well, they'd better start going, and they definitely need to go to these. All the information is going to be on our website and on your website. But for today, we are making a product with some things that you can find at these markets. What are we going to be making today?
We're going to make beet ravioli. This is a kind of unusual recipe.
I was going to say, you don't see this every day, do you?
I wanted to do something, you know, I think that oftentimes when people think about winter produce and seasonal eating, they think of like roast vegetables and mashed potatoes and kind of the same old things. And this is a recipe that I got from Kitchen Garden Farm. They vend it your summer.
Oh, yes, they sure do.
I think they've been
Kitchen
on the
Garden,
show. So this is something that is just a little bit different. It's kind of a special sort of fancy thing. So it's beet ravioli with a brown butter sauce.
So this is the beet puree right here?
Yeah, so before I came in, I cooked up and pureed 2 beets and 1 potato, so that's what this is. And it's actually a really, really simple preparation. So we'll start with this.
Okay.
This is 7 ounces of ricotta, which is half of one of those little tubs. You want to do the stirring?
I would love to. So am I putting all this in?
Put it all in.
The whole thing. I love it. Great bowl, by the way. Enjoy this bowl.
Thank you. Half a cup of Parmesan.
Is this the whole thing too?
No.
Oh, okay.
You can eyeball it.
Yeah, there it is. Half a cup of Parmesan.
And I'm going to put in 3 tablespoons of milk just to moisten it a little bit.
We blend it all together. Oh, and beets
it all up.
have the best color going. Oh, nothing better.
And then a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg.
Belle Rita, going to be eating this later with us?
Hope so.
Okay, good.
She's going to be helping us with the shaping. That's where the labor comes in.
Yeah?
But it's not that hard because, as you'll see, Claire's using prepared wonton skins, which you can get sometimes in grocery stores, but certainly at Asian markets.
Yeah,
definitely.
Boy, is it easy when you don't have to make your own dough.
Oh, I bet.
Well, it is, you know. I mean, because that's simple, especially if you have a food processor.
And so there's wonton wrappers right here. You can also get the egg roll wrappers too. I've seen them in the stores and cut them to size.
Yeah.
So how do we go about making this?
So it's easy to make pasta, but this is a way to make it really, really easy. So here, maybe I'll give each of you a wrapper.
Oh, Belle Rita, you're getting involved in this. You're not getting out unscathed.
Oh, yes. And basically what you want to do is take pretty much a teaspoon of the filling.
Okay.
Dollop it in the middle there. You don't want to overfill it.
See, that's always my problem.
Yes. You don't. This actually is enough filling to make a ton of raviolis because each one is really just a little spoonful.
Oh, that's true.
And then you dip your finger in the water here.
Can we do all 4 sides?
Just 2 is enough.
Okay, I can do that.
And then just sort of shape it
And you cinch?
somewhat carefully.
Okay.
Cinch the
See,
sides.
I did what you told me not to. There's way too much in here, and now it's oozing out.
I think that is all right.
All right, perfect. Yeah, you know what? As long as you're having fun, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's
Okay.
mine. It's something. And I have a
That
bunch
makes
of it on
people
my
feel
hands
like it's
too.
doable, right?
And for what it's worth, any store that will sell the egg roll skins will be selling the wonton also.
Perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't have to concern yourself with cutting it to size.
Now, once we've made these, it seems like there's multiple ways to cook them.
We're gonna boil them.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect.
And then we've got brown butter sauce going
Drop it in?
here.
Yes.
So
So we
just
drop them in?
Drop these in.
Now, roughly how long does it take to boil them up?
It takes about 2 minutes.
Well, you know what then? This is the perfect time to take a break. We will pause and we'll come back and finish these up in a bit.
Great.
We are back with Claire and Belle. Rita, we're finishing up beet ravioli.
Yes.
You heard that right, beet ravioli.
That's right.
Now, I still have some on my nose from earlier. If you're eating this at home, I would suggest taking it off your nose.
Just the filling, not the entire ravioli.
That would be difficult. Now, we put these in some boiling water for how long should
About
they go
2
in?
minutes, and they float when they're cooked.
Oh, so you know.
that's a nice little indicator.
Oh, and if that's not a great selling point, I don't know what is.
And the reason I'm scooping them out like this is because I like to do them in batches.
Okay.
So you can just
And
the water
they
and-
seem a little dainty too. You don't want to be too rough with them.
Yeah, they're fine. It's a fine food.
Yeah. Now to top them, I see something here that smells
Yes.
fantastic.
And can you see the color of these? Because they're really, really
How beautiful they are.
It's fantastic.
Really beautiful. Oh.
So we're going to toss them in
Okay.
a brown butter poppy seed sage sauce.
Brown butter, poppy seed, sage.
Yeah, and that's really it. So this is half a stick of butter.
Yeah.
This is kind of a, a treat food.
But yeah, but there's beets in it, so it evens out
Right.
and makes it marginally
Totally healthy.
Yeah, why not?
And so the butter, basically melt it and let it brown on medium-low heat. Takes
Okay.
a few minutes. You want to keep an eye on it to make sure it doesn't burn. And I put a few whole sage leaves in. So the butter is going to just sort of infuse with the flavor of sage. And then I'm going to put in about 2 tablespoons.
Yeah, a healthy amount of poppy seeds.
Yes. And
Mix it all up, and
mix
that's
it
it?
all up. That is it. And so the way we're going to do it is we're just going to kind of toss the raviolis in the sauce.
If we
you
have
don't
to.
need a ton of this.
Okay,
You don't
yeah,
need
just
to,
a quick coating.
don't need to pour it over. But just want to toss it.
You need a serving plate.
I do.
I was
need
gonna
a
say,
serving
easy as
plate.
that.
Yeah.
Well, you know what we'll do? We'll serve it up, we'll get some pictures, and people can check out things like this and so much more at the 4 upcoming winter fairs.
Exactly.
It's going to be happening up and down the valley, right?
Right.
We have Springfield, we have Amherst, we have Greenfield in Northampton.
That's right.
I'm impressed that I remember them all. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
swinging by today. More information, as always, available, mymassappeal.com. Let's eat.